Yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks, first down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the balls, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, okay, and that's your ass. Yeah. When you're done, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. When you're done, yeah, you know what it is, baby. How many times we gotta say it around here? We live, baby, calling to the show. You know what it is. It's the underground, our underground sports show, baby. It's your host, Filthy Rich. Got my co-host with me tonight, LAB, back in the building. 412-407-2744. Talk your sports, talk your shit, baby. You know the deal, man. It's Sunday night, where?
Let's go.
What's the deal, my man? LAB in the house, straight from the NC. What's the deal? Once again, it's your host, Filthy Rich. You know how we get down on the underground. We talk sports. We talk shit. Join in. It's the draft freestyle part 2. If you missed it last night, you go check out the other teams we did. But we about to start where we ended off tonight. And it is what it is, man. We're going to talk a little NBA real quick. You know, anything else that pop up in our head, like I said, it's the freestyle draft show, baby.
Yes, we are.
But the first thing that pops up... Go ahead.
NBA outcome.
Yeah. About to say the first thing that pops up in my head is the NBA, my man. And to me, the story of the day is these Lakers, bro. Lakers down 3-1. I'm listening.
Man, all right. So it looks like the Lake Show made. Right now, I think Mark Cuban is somewhere fucking laughing.
Okay.
He is somewhere fucking laughing. Because, all right, he did good. He got rid of his problem in Dallas.
True.
Okay, so Luka was a problem. Luka was a ball hogger, just holding on to the ball all the damn time. He got all this talent around him, and he wasn't damn facilitating the ball like the way he's supposed to.
Okay.
And now, okay, he said, all right, so the Lakers come crying, oh, we need a superstar for the future because LeBron getting ready to retire. All right, so what? Okay. Mark Cuban said, all right, fine, I give you a little. And now you got them both together. And then this is another damn thing that makes it even worse. That LeBron got his son. He forced the Lakers to fucking sign and draft his son.
Okay.
Come on.
And
so, the Lakers is getting exactly what they fucking deserve. They're getting exactly what they deserve. Then get that ass tore out the motherfucking frame by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it's half tour right now, bro. 3-1. They got their heads down. It ain't looking good, bro.
Scary right now.
Yeah.
Scary right now for them Lakers. I'm sorry. I you know what? About right when the dang see the playoffs started, I was like, well, I'm looking forward to seeing the Lakers and the Warriors in the daggone finals, in the Western Conference Finals. Like, you know, because I'm feeling in my head like this is what they want. The NBA wants.
True.
They want California in the motherfucking finals, and they want somewhere like New York or Boston in the finals. So just keep that in mind.
True.
Everybody else, right now, it's they got to fight to get in, and Minnesota's doing their thing. So I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I got to say.
OKC versus Cleveland in the finals. They're gonna be pissed.
Boy, that part.
They gonna be pissed, yo. Like that's what they don't want. But that's it could be headed towards that for real shit.
Mm-hmm.
It really could be. I mean, I know Cleveland done did their thing already. Yeah, they 3-0 on the Heat. Of course, you know, what was I gonna say? OKC done swept the boys already, the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's match not made in heaven for the NBA.
Yeah.
But it's really their two best teams.
But that's not what they want. They don't want that shit. Because, all right, these are two low market cities. All right? I mean, yeah, OKC. Okay. Really? And then you got fucking Cleveland. The only thing that was good about Cleveland a couple of years ago was when LeBron James was there and they had Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
But this team right here is like Donovan Mitchell and who else? Like, wait, what? Why they so damn good? How? What?
I tell you what, I guarantee you it would be a great show if it happened. Will people watch? I don't know. I'll watch. I think it's going to be a great show if that happens. It ain't going to be good for the NBA, but those two towns right there, oh, they going to go crazy.
Yeah. They totally definitely are.
They going to go crazy because OKC is doing an SGA, that is his initials, right? SGA. Mm-hmm. He's doing something, maybe he can do something. Let me say it like this, because I got to. He could do something. Kevin Durant, who's supposed to be a Hall of Famer, and Russell Westbrook, who's supposed to be a Hall of Famer, could not get down. And James Harden.
Yeah.
They couldn't get done. They wasn't looking as dominant as he was. Was the West better then? I'm going to leave that up to y'all. But it is what it is. You can only play who you play against. You know what I'm saying? And OKC, they choked last year. They was the best team last year.
Mm-hmm. They sure did. They've been choking for a minute.
Oh, they've been choking since Kevin Durant and them.
Yeah, when Curry came in there and hit that shot and shut him up.
Yeah, they had to break all that up.
Yeah, they did. Like, nah.
Yeah, y'all go to separate teams and be sad. If y'all gonna be sad, we ain't paying all three of y'all motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This man over here's the goddamn GOAT right here. He ain't getting paid nowhere near what y'all getting paid. And he come in here and just, wait, what? Yeah.
Right. All right, so give me 2 minutes on this LAB to sort of show off before we get into the draft once again. This is draft related though.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so you know the weekend's over, draft's over. I feel like the Shador Sanders story is about to be over. So like, and we probably need to get over it. And we know the big media ain't, but maybe with me and you, it's gonna be over for a minute, or on social media at least. But what's your final thoughts on that, man? Like, you know, after you sat back, thought about it for even longer. I know you answered a question about it last night, but it's a big, sensitive conversation that got a lot of tentacles, you know what I'm saying, on why what happened. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you came back and brought that topic back up because I dug around and I found some videos and I had listened. Come to find out that Shador Sanders, his interview was terrible.
Which one?
Every one of his interviews that he had was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
He was cocky in his interviews. He didn't have like where if you go back and you look at some of the videos that he had, you know, they was asking him questions when he was at Colorado. He was quickly throwing his team under the fucking bus.
Yeah,
like,
it's happened. It's happened.
This cat here, this cat there, that cat here, that cat there. Both him and Travis Hunter was doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? But Travis Hunter was like, "Yo, I'm the star of the team, so you see it what's going on." So shit, little small things like that was really like, yo, and I think you said it. Teams don't want nobody like that. I mean, if you were coming there with a cocky ass attitude, I mean, how the team gonna want to play with you or play for you?
Yeah, because you got to think.
There acting like that. Nah, so that's the reason why he got passed up on. Even your Pittsburgh Steelers
Mm-hmm.
passed up on him
Mm-hmm.
because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that cockiness attitude. Because of his interview process was garbage. And the man really, it's like, okay, he didn't go to the combine, but he had a pro day. Now, his pro day, he was pretty sharp. He was pretty off the chain, but ain't nothing but you out there with no pads on throwing the goddamn ball. Anybody can do that shit. I can do that shit.
Yeah, everybody that got drafted did that shit.
Right, that part. So, nah, and like I said last night, this had nothing to do with his dad. His dad was standing out of the clear. He did this to himself.
Mm.
If he would have came in, did his interviews correctly, like Steph Curry did when he came into the league,
Right.
did his thing on everything correctly, but he got snubbed and passed along because people felt like he was too damn small. But Golden State said, "Nah, fuck that shit. We're gonna take this little small, little skinny, little scrawny little cat." And guess what they got? 4 championships.
Yeah.
So, with that said in mind, now it's back. Cleveland basically gave this man a chance because that was their last draft pick. Actually, they traded back up to get him.
Yeah, they did. And when I seen that part, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's interesting."
That makes it all so more interesting on what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Did Deion Sanders call Cleveland and say, "Hey, yo, pick my son up," or else, or did Cleveland call and say, "We're gonna take your son, and if we don't have a good season this year, would you like to come be our head coach?"
Oh, here you go.
Surprisingly, that I said that shit because they just hired their fucking coach.
Stefanski, no, he been there for a little while.
Okay.
He's been there for a little while.
This is solidify all that right there. That what was said. I mean, I'm like, Cleveland really don't have like an impressive offensive line like that, so he came right back to fucking Colorado.
I don't know. I think Colorado. I think Cleveland is pretty talented, honestly.
I think they're talented like a motherfucker on defense. I think they're like top 5 defense all day right now from just the draft picks.
Yeah, they hitting the reset.
Yes.
They hit the reset button on offense for sure. Whenever you gotta still try to find a quarterback, you pretty much hitting the reset button every year.
That's lame.
It went back to Joe Flacco though. He's played for the coach. Kind of getting old, but he could probably manage it enough. They went and got 2 running backs. I don't know, man. You know, there's room for Shador to get that job though. That's basically what you're trying to say.
It really is. And I'm gonna tell you like this right now. Don't even worry about Deshaun Watson because he pretty much they gonna get rid of him. Because like what you said last night, all those daggone issues that he dealing with, fucking ain't gonna treating women certain types of way, and they all coming out on his ass and stuff. So yeah, you know how to. Come on, the NFL ain't no different from the NBA. They don't like that shit. You got domestic violence shit going on, they will get rid of you in a hot second.
Well, that's the team that gave him the chance, though. But right now, he's stealing their money, and that's what they pissed off about, for real, for real.
Yeah, he's stealing their fucking money.
You're making a lot of money. You ain't playing.
You hurt.
You hurt. You ain't playing well when you ain't hurt. Yeah, it ain't easy for Cleveland with that situation, and they just want to see somebody else in there at this point.
And that's not right. You can't. Why would you do that to an organization? I don't care if they're a low budget market team, but still, you don't do that. They're giving you an opportunity, a chance, shine for them up. I don't give a damn what they don't got.
He can't help that. He can't help that he ain't playing well. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but
right. I know it sounds ridiculous, but guess what? Look at all the quarterbacks that was drafted by them, then left and did something great.
He just don't got it no more, dog. He just don't got it no more. He's cooked. Just like some dudes go in reverse. Deshaun Watson was real good, and all of a sudden something happened to him, and he just went downhill. Tiger Woods kind of did the same thing when he got fucked up with wifey. You know what I'm saying? Kind of went downhill from there.
So shit be on their mind. And then you got other dudes that be trash coming into the league because they got a lot of stress on their head. Like Geno Smith was supposed to be so good for the Jets, had a lot of stress, had defensive players punching him in the face and shit like that. And they turn into a bust. But then later in their career, they pick it up. You even got Mason Rudolph here in Pittsburgh. I'm looking for him to pick it up and turn into a Geno Smith type of career. I'm hoping because, he's known for fucking it up or throwing the pick at the wrong time or getting his head busted by Myles Garrett. And it's just, been a bust, but he ain't really even had a chance to play.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So we'll see about that. But that's far from Shedeur Sanders right there. You know what I mean? But let's get into this draft, bro, if you're ready for that.
Yeah, I am
Let's get
ready.
into this draft.
I got one thing to say.
No, go ahead.
Where the fuck did Joey Bosa go?
You said it last night.
Oh my God. I swear I said it. Did he go to Buffalo?
Yeah.
Damn. That shit fucked my head up right there.
We was talking about that last night. Okay. Yeah, because we did Buffalo's draft last night, and we got into that last night. All right. Where am I? Let me go. All right, yeah. To the draft. The team we stopped on, LAB. We did the Colts last. So the next team up, alphabetical order, is the Jacksonville Jaguars. We get to slide right into somebody we was already talking to, who is definitely, most likely you going to say, I'm definitely saying best player in the draft. Everybody's been saying it, best player in the draft, Travis Hunter. But wait, my question to you is, and my question to y'all, is this the right choice for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and did they do the right thing by giving away a whole first round draft pick last year and about 2 picks this year? Was this the right move, getting the spectacular Travis Hunter? And then I got a part 2 to the question, but I'm gonna let you answer that one already.
All right, so I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the ESPN draft board. I'm looking at the draft tracker for the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, so what I see right now is position-wise, he's not Slash. He is just one position. So therefore, that's making me think that that's what they drafted him for, is to be a D-back or cornerback.
Call for him. +1412-712.
24/7. Now he may have some plays where they might want him to go in, but it's gonna be too fucking obvious, so you can't do that shit.
Right.
So with that said in mind, he would only, if he does come in on an offensive snap, to be as a decoy, and they have to do that so many times to where, now we're gonna catch your ass off guard and pass to him. That type thing. So I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at their picks. All right, so
no. Don't do that. Tell me what you think about Travis Hunter, because I got part 2 for you. You can get into that in a second.
So, all right. My bad. I ain't even step on your toes. All right, so what I think about
Was it the right move to make and trade with Cleveland up to get Travis Hunter and give away a first round pick from last year and the other picks that they gave away this year?
No, it wasn't. It was a desperate move.
Okay.
Jacksonville needed something. All right, so they're getting ready to go through renovations in that brand new stadium that they're getting ready to renovate. That's old stadium and make it brand new.
Okay.
They're going to put a dome on the motherfucker. So, they need somebody for the future to shine. Travis Hunter was the guy because he was the best guy qualified out of this draft.
Okay.
But was it the right move? No, it was a desperate move. Desperate move. Because you're going out there, you're getting a D-back this early in this top of the round. I understand he's the highest. I got that picture. But besides for Brian Thomas Jr., the wide receiver you got, I mean, what else do you got? You don't really got a strong, dominant running game. Come on now. We just talked about that last night before we even got into the different place. So, no, this is a desperate move for the day.
Okay. You said it again. What makes it desperate?
What makes it desperate because they're trying to beef up the daggone organization to make them look like, okay, all right, people want to be fans with the Jacksonville.
Okay. So he's Blockbuster, right? He's Blockbuster. Yeah. Okay, and that's what I've been saying. all off season that you got to get Travis Hunter because he's fucking blockbuster, right?
Yeah.
He's blockbuster, and Jacksonville needs blockbuster. Hey,
Hey,
that's definitely
that's
good
it.
insight. That's definitely good insight. I don't like the word desperate. I feel like
They had to
smart
make a move.
move.
They had to make a move. It was a desperate, hard. They had to make a move because think about it. They don't really need a D-back. They need an explosive player. So they made a trade up, just like what Carolina did. We're going out there and getting Bryce Young, which we saw in his beginning 2 years that it wasn't all that great.
Okay.
Like, wait, what the fuck did Carolina go out here and do? But that was a desperate move.
Okay. But why you just keep saying cornerback like he's only going to play cornerback?
Because that's what they got him listed as. Now hold up.
Use your own brain though. Use your own brain.
Before he got drafted, he was wide receiver / D-back. Wide receiver / cornerback going into the draft.
Man,
now, ESPN don't make this shit up. ESPN don't make this shit up. When they gave him just one position, and then you said last night, and then I heard them say in the draft, after he got drafted, he was the first wide receiver to go off the board.
Well, look, I already heard, this is what I heard out of Jacksonville, that they plan on using him primarily as a wide receiver. And hold up, wait. Hey, salute back to you, Pittsburgh Big Dog. You know what I'm saying? In the chat. We appreciate it, man. Here on the Underground, we definitely appreciate it. Hey, what was I going to say? So what makes you think that they just going to play DB? You just said it yourself. All they got is Brian Thomas. They ain't got no weapons. Motherfucker, you ain't going to let him sit on the sideline and not play no offense like the man wants to. Get your skinny ass out there. It's Jacksonville. You just said it. They're desperate. You just said it.
Desperate move. I'm saying it was a desperate move. They needed somebody, a showstopper.
So what? Wait, okay. That's fine. I'm past that. Let me speak. I'm past that. I get it. But I'm just using your words because you're saying they don't plan on using him at wide receiver because ESPN don't lie. They got that from somewhere. Where are you getting that from? Because ESPN lie every motherfucking day. They the king of lies. They owned by Disney. I don't know what the hell you talking about. They just lied about Shador for a month, nigga.
Bruh. God damn, no. That's something that
they just lied about Shador for a month, nigga.
Yes, but that right there fucked their heads up. They stuck stupid like that right there. After what happened to Shador Sanders, ESPN has almost damn near crumbled trying to figure out how the fuck he fell so fucking low. And after all the shit that they said, he's top this, he's top that, he's top this, he's first round here, he's first round there, more than his dad. Come on, let's get back to the Travis Hunter story because I'm telling you, they're trying to put it okay that this man is a D-back. And that's their first pick. And then guess what? Their second pick was what? A D-back.
Okay, no doubt. Now, that makes me feel like he's going to play both sides of the ball too, but we ain't going to get into that. I got question number 2 because you on this whole subject. Part 2 to the question is, what would you do? Forget Jacksonville. You just spoke on Jacksonville. What you think they're going to do? Their opinion. If this was you and you had Travis Hunter, what would you do with Travis Hunter?
I would put up a whole new different abbreviation for his title.
Mm-hmm.
He won't be a WR. He won't be a CB or a DB. I'll put the motherfucker as ST. Special teams.
Okay.
Because that's exactly where the hell he's most dominant at. He's versatile. I mean, to have a cat like that, man, please. Who was like that when they first came into the league? Who is like that? Who is like that little scramble ass wide receiver? You can use him at running back, you use him at wide receiver, sometimes you put him in on defense. He do it all. Tyreek Hill? Yeah.
Ain't playing no defense though.
No, not like that. But on the offense, he play a lot of shit on offense.
Yeah, he get the ball reverses and all that. He's twitchy.
Yeah.
I get you said on
So-
Tyreek Hill. I don't put Travis Hunter in the same category as
Nah.
Tyreek Hill because they built different, they play different. But I get what you're saying about him just being an athlete. That's basically what you're trying to say.
And then another person that was his head coach did play both sides of the ball in the NFL, and that was Deion Sanders.
Yeah, right. Right.
So
Nah, he's the one you should have brought up from the very beginning. That's who you're thinking about. But I mean,
that
even
I
Dion,
I forgot. I totally forgot. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
he really didn't. I mean, he had his little plays where he jumped in there real quick, but that's hard to do. Most players ain't even doing that. But Travis Hunter, you know, he plans on playing both sides of the ball. If it was me, man, I'd just put Travis Hunter on offense. You already said they only got Brian Thomas over there. He needs some help. He's a good receiver, though, but he could use some help, too. Trevor Lawrence can use some help, period. Wherever he can get some help, please help him. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that defense, just, you know, do what you do. Put Travis Hunter on over there when you want to, or third down, or in a goal, on the red zone defense or whatever like that. Splash him in there on defense. He might get a sneaky interception because don't nobody even know he's over there. Quarterback ain't even process it, especially a bad quarterback, especially a rookie that is nervous and ain't looking around. Travis Hunter going to snap something in the league. Watch, because he only going to get better.
He only gonna get better. He ain't got no but room to grow.
He's 188 pounds, and they saying that's light and stuff. Wow, watch how fast he gain that 12 pounds and be 200 pounds. Watch. It still be long and rangy. That's why they comparing him to Odell Beckham, kind of his style. You know, going to catch the ball wherever it go, and, you know, they going right after the catch.
You know what? I'm sorry, I can't compare him to Odell Beckham.
Okay.
Odell Beckham ain't nothing like Travis Hunter.
I mean, you got some comparisons, but go ahead. Nothing wrong with saying that either.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick in the chat before you start. Travis Hunter is about to change the game. Jacksonville said they were going to let him be himself. See, that's what I heard too. Who the GOAT? What's up, baby? Hey, yeah,
Okay,
man.
All right, chat.
What was you saying though?
It's just like I was just saying that I don't compare him to Odell Beckham. I mean, it's like I already compared him to Deion Sanders and who
True.
else?
I don't think he's a special teamer like Deion Sanders though. Like, I know you said special teams, but I know what you meant. You meant athletic and stuff like that. He's special, but Deion Sanders, he's not no punt returner like Deion was.
No, hey,
We ain't never seen him do that. I ain't saying he can't do it though.
he's just got a knack for knowing where the ball is coming, where
Yeah.
it's coming from both offense and defense. That is something that we had nobody really ever really seen.
But I think that's the comparison to Odell that they see, because Odell had that range like that too, bro. His catch radius was crazy.
I understand that, but did Odell play D-back in college?
No. No, we just talking about receiver. I'm just talking about receiver. You can't compare nobody to Travis Hunter, not even Dion.
Right.
Dion wasn't.
I mean,
Dion wasn't that good on offense. He wasn't that dude. No.
he wasn't.
No.
And the only time he played on offense was when he went to the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
I think he might have had a player or two in Atlanta. He might have had a player or two playing around in Atlanta, but the Cowboys was serious with it.
Right.
He actually, the record is 5 starts on both sides of the ball. I think it's in a row or just 5 total. That's the most starts by a player that ever played both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Starting the game. Deion Sanders got that record, 5 of them. And Travis Hunter might break it this year.
Yeah, in 1 year.
In 1 year. And like you said, Jacksonville's desperate. So call it a desperate move. It's fun. It sounds different when you call it a desperate move than when I say Jacksonville's desperate, if you get what I'm saying.
Right. They want to win. They want to win now, and he is the dang on top player. They was desperate. They wanted him. They wasn't gonna let nobody else go get him.
And it was some views. There was some views.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. The Browns should have said, "Nah, we're gonna go ahead and get him," and then let Shedeur Sanders drop, and then go get Shedeur Sanders before you go out there and get this Ooh.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the difference between Jacksonville and Cleveland. Even though Cleveland's known to be sad as hell, they got a way bigger fan base than the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That is very true. That's why I said Jacksonville made a desperate fucking move.
No, they're desperate. Still not a desperate move, though. That's a smart move.
It was I'm just saying.
It's a smart. It's a smart move out of desperation. Out of desperation.
That cat, bro. Come on, and they really didn't give up that much. Because looking at what's next,
Right.
man.
Right.
They had all the way up. They had a pick in every round, except for the second round.
All right, go ahead. Go get to the draft. Who else they get?
All right, so now after getting Travis Hunter in the second pick, they went out in the third round and got Caleb Ranshaw from Tulane,
Right.
cornerback.
Right.
Then they went and got in the third round again, the next very fucking pick, Wyatt Millum, West Virginia, offensive guard. And I was just sitting there saying that they don't have a real good offensive guard. No. I was talking about Cleveland. All right, going back. All right, that's what they really need is the offensive line. Jacksonville, they do. Then they went and drafted.
Yeah, two.
They needed a running game.
Yeah.
What's his name? Blashul Tuen.
Yeah, two. They talk a lot about Tootin out of Virginia Tech. I seen one game when he was playing. He looks good.
Virginia Tech, that's all they fucking do is run the ball.
Yeah.
That's all they do is run the ball. Them and Georgia Tech are the same damn schools. They run the ball all day long.
No doubt.
I know about them too.
I know your ACC. Yeah, I know you know your ACC for sure.
Yeah, Notre Dame. Here's another one right here.
Yeah.
Jack Kidd.
I know Kaiser. It's Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser. My bad.
Yeah.
I'll say Cook. But Kaiser, you're right. And then they got Jalen McLeod. No, McLeod.
Yeah.
Anyway, they got the Highlander linebacker out of Auburn, and still, okay. So they didn't have a fifth round draft pick, but they had
2 6s and 2 7s. They got Ryan Lane from Navy, Jonah Mahomes from USC, a center, and LaQuint Allen from Syracuse, another running back. Like you said, they looking for running backs. I wonder what's up with LaQuint Allen. They had a good season up there. 6 foot, 204. Yeah, man.
All right. So before we go on, what player on this whole board, on this whole roster to you stands out?
Well, I like Tootin because they need a tough running back. They got like a couple scat backs and that's it. So I like Tootin. Of course, Travis Hunter. But past that, that's the one I really like. I like Tootin and Kaiser. They need some defense. Kaiser was a good middle linebacker for Notre Dame. I remember him this year. So yeah, that's how I see it. I'm gonna give him like a C plus though on this draft. No, hold on. They traded up for Travis Hunter. I'm tripping. A, straight A.
Ooh, I'm gonna give him a B plus.
I'm gonna give him A.
And it's not because they traded up for the daggone Travis Hunter. It's because they picked up Ryan Lane III out of the Navy, out of Annapolis. Come on, how many Navy or Army college, come out of those prestige colleges?
Yeah, the list is short.
The NFL and this become dominant because you got to think about it. Navy is they got a great defense. Both the teams have always been knowledgeable to have great defenses. And all they do is run. They don't really pass. That right there stands out to me. A safety? Bruh, let me just look how big he is. 5'11", 200 pounds. That's a linebacker. That's a strong safety. Let's go on to the next team. I'm sorry. That's who stand out for me right there. I give him a B plus.
No doubt.
Just because of that.
No doubt. All right, next team up, KC.
Oh, gosh.
KC in the first round went offensive tackle out of Ohio State. Can't lose with that. Omar Norman Lott out of Tennessee, defensive tackle. Ashton Gillette, Louisville, edge rusher. Noel Williams out of California, cornerback. Jalen Royals, Utah State, wide receiver. Jeffrey Bassa, Oregon, linebacker. And Bashard Smith, the SMU running back. Oh, now Mm, mm, mm.
Mm.
I like that shit right there because they snuck that little motherfucker in there in the 7th round. I don't know if y'all down with Bashar Smith. That's why I'm tripping. Bashar Smith
Okay.
is nice. He's a wide receiver converted over to a running back, and you said you an ACC guy, so I don't know if you seen SMU this year, but they were very
Yeah,
potent,
I
and
did.
he was the
I
key,
did.
one of the
He's
key.
pretty nice. He's pretty nice. He's pretty nice. You know,
He's really
SMU
nice, bruh.
was like what
He's really
one of the
nice.
top ACC, and I think they played in the dang championship. Did they
They
win?
they did. They did and got
No,
their ass
Miami
whooped.
beat them. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
they got their ass whooped. But that was just a bad game
Yeah.
for them. They just had a bad first, second quarter. Started out real bad. They just got blown out real quick. They tried hard to come back, but you know how sometimes that just happens in a football game, and that's how they got caught up in that game. But yeah, they beat everybody else they put in front of them. I'm telling you, he was a catalyst. And this is Kansas City, so you got a grade on the curve. Real quick, we're gonna move on. Give me yours. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you mine real quick. I'm gonna give it a B minus because I like Bashar Smith. Go ahead.
All right. Give it a B minus. I'm agree with you on that B minus, but there's one key person that I see that's just standing out to me, and that's Jalen Royals.
Yeah, I
This
do like
fucking
Jalen Royals.
wide
True,
receiver.
true,
You
true,
know how the way Andy Reid is with his
true,
fucking wide receivers.
true.
My
And he's
God,
nice.
he is nice. You know, he's got a grade of 83, overall ranking 62. Come on now, and then they get him in the 4th round.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, KC know how to pick up the wide receivers.
True.
Look at what they had. Look, what was the other little wide receiver? That's that's on their team now. That was damn near the rookie of the team.
Oh, Xavier Worthy.
Yes, sir. Word.
Yeah, they know how to scoop him. All right, so B minus for the motherfucking Chiefs. That's what's up. They got two little playmakers, and that's just what they do, man. Watch, both of the motherfuckers gonna get the ball immediately with. But hey, man, out there, you watching, man. This is why you watch the underground, baby. We put you down, man. We put you down with who's who, and when that fantasy football come up, man, you gonna know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You already gonna know what's up. All right, so LA
That's
Chargers,
next right
man, mate. LA Chargers.
Going to the next one, bro. I'm ready for this.
No doubt. LA Chargers, round one. Mario Hampton out of the NC. Trey Harris coming out of the SEC. Ole Miss wide receiver. It's already starting out well. Jamari Caldwell, Oregon defensive tackle. They all go to the league. Cal Kennard, South Carolina edge rusher. Keandre Lambert Smith, Auburn wide receiver. Oronde Gadsden. That's his son. Syracuse tight end. That's probably his son.
They went heavy in the ACC, didn't they?
6'5", 243. That gotta be a Ronde Gad. Yeah, it's the second too. Yeah, his dad used to play wide receiver for the Dolphins. Branson Taylor, Pittsburgh offensive tackle. I knew I was gonna see one of them. R.J. Mickens, Clemson safety, and Treezy Bridges, Florida, another safety. So they went double safety at the end. Chargers seem like they might be looking for backups in that position. Mario Hampton is the big steal for them, even though they had Najee Harris already. Trey Harris is a good receiver. What you think, bro?
Ooh, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the stats while you talking and bringing the names up, bro. Let me tell you something right now. The thing that stands out to me is that you just said it. To Reezy Breezy, to Reezy Bridges. Safety out of Florida. All right, so didn't Florida? No, that's basketball. All right, so Florida was up there. They had a good season.
It's all right.
But they picked up another safety before they picked this safety up, and R.J. Mickens. Now, let me just stop and go all the way back to the beginning. They did great. The Chargers picked up a Carolina blue boy, and now they're going to put him in powder blue.
Right. He's definitely keeping the blue.
Exactly. So with that said in mind, Omarion Hampton is by far their best fucking pickup. I mean, I like the wide receiver of Trey Harris because you got to find somebody to pick up from Evans, who's a free agent. Ain't nobody picked him up yet. Trey Harris, 6'2", 205 pounds out of Ole Miss. Pretty good dominant player. You know, it was a transfer from Louisiana Tech.
All right,
Yep.
what's the grade, man? Get to it. We got a lot of teams to go to.
My bad, my brother. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give him a C. It's straight flat C. I like the Omarion Hampton pick, and that's my strongest pick. What's yours?
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's obvious. I was just, I was loving Amorian Hampton too. I like the quick Trey Harris pickup because they need with help out
Yeah.
wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? I like the pedigree of Ronde Gasson, son at tight end. Other than that, sucker fair. So I'm gonna give him a B plus.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up.
All right, let's
I
move
got
on to the Chargers, man. I mean, L.A. Rams, the other L.A. team, share the same stadium. They didn't have a first round pick, so at second pick, Terrence Ferguson, Oregon, tight end. He's real good pick right there. Third, Joshua Stewart, Michigan, edge rusher. They've been having a lot of players go and be successful in the league out of Michigan. Jarquez Hunter, Auburn running back. Ty Hamilton, Ohio State D tackle. Chris Paul Jr., Ole Miss linebacker. And Kanata Mumpfield from Pittsburgh at wide receiver. He had a good career in the Bird. So, what you thinking, Whit?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna go straight quick and get it over with.
Yeah.
Their best pick came in the 5th round, number 36, Chris Paul Jr. Monster out of Ole Miss, bro. Talked about him. Like I said last night, any cat that come out of the SEC, that's defense wise, they're monsters.
True.
So especially Chris Paul Jr. They talked about him on TV like, damn, who is this dang on Chris Paul Jr.? Chris Paul. I was thinking, damn, Chris Paul in the NBA had a son, or his dad had no son. No. That's a whole totally different individual. That man is a monster.
All right, so you going to give me a grade or what?
I'm going to give you a grade right now. I'm going to give them a straight good B plus because of them picking up Chris Paul Jr.
All right, man.
And they didn't have a first round. They didn't have a first round draft pick.
Yeah, they ain't have a first round pick, so that kind of hit the lackluster. But the tight end was a good tight end. They need that help. They don't really need a lot. The LA Rams is set up. That's why I'm gonna just give them a C plus on it because they didn't need much, but they did get that one positive pick. All right, on to the Raiders, man. Las Vegas Raiders, of course, first pick. Ashton Genty out of Boise State. Jack Beck out of TCU. Big old beastly dude. You know what I'm saying right there. I'm going to just call out his weight right now. 6'1", 214 at wide receiver. If you see him play, I'm telling you. Darian Porter, Iowa State cornerback. Caleb Rogers, Texas Tech tackle. Another tackle, Charles Grant, William Mary. Dante Thornton, they got a lot of picks. He's tall, fast, out of Tennessee. Dante Thornton, 6'5", 205, told you. Tonka Hemingway, South Carolina. J.J. Pegas, Ole Miss D tackle. Tommy Millett, Montana State wide receiver. Cam Miller, North Dakota State, a quarterback. They play good ball in North Dakota State. I like to see what he's about. Is he a big dude? 6'1", 212? Nah. Cody Lindbergh out of Minnesota at linebacker. So a lot of picks here, Whit. What you thinking?
Bruh, big gravy from, let's just start right here at number 1, Ashton Genty.
True.
Yeah, they have the best fucking running back
True.
on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the right team who needed him. That they gonna love him.
Yeah.
He didn't even go too far. He went right next door, next state, if I'm not mistaken. But that's not the big thing that they got. Highlight the offensive tackles that they got in the 3rd round, Caleb Rogers and Charles Grant. I like the both of them cats right there, because so they trying to solidify that weak ass offensive line that they got going on. That's huge. You said it. They got a lot of picks, but I guarantee it. Every last one of these motherfuckers is going to play on this team, including Cam Miller. Now you just said it. Just a second ago. Yeah, they got some good players that come out of North Dakota State and South Dakota State. So with that said in mind, quarterbacks out of the daggone or Fargo. Ooh, come on. I'm giving them right now. I'm giving them an A-, bruh.
All right, I like it.
A-.
Yeah, you gotta get at least a B or an A when you got this many picks. Something's gonna happen. I like Dante Thornton. They snuck in there and got him. They got Jack Beck. That's more offense. They got Aston Genty. That's more offense. They paid Geno Smith a lot of money to come there, and they hooking him up with some young guns so far. That's what it looked like. They already got Brock Bowers, who was Rookie of the Year. Jack Beck is tough. He's a monster. Aston Genty's tough. Dante Thornton, like I said, he's 6'5". What was it? 205. But yeah, man, he's a speedster too. Let me see if they got his 40 time up there. Nah, they ain't showing that. But anyway, yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast to me. He didn't have a lot of yardage and all that like that, but yeah, he was nice. All right, moving on, man. We both gave him what?
I gave him an A-.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a. Yeah, I gotta go A too. I keep your A-. I'll front your A-. I'll front your A- for sure on that. All right, team up next. Miami. Kenneth Grant, Michigan, defensive tackle. Jonah, I don't know how to say it, bro. Savani, Arizona. Jordan Phillips, Maryland, defensive tackle. Jason Marshall Jr., Florida, cornerback. Dante Trader Jr., Maryland, safety. Ollie Gordon, second. Now, that's a running back I was liking a lot. And Miami don't seem like they style. They usually do the speed backs, but Ollie Gordon's a beast, man. Quinn Ewers gets picked up, and Zeke Biggers. What you thinking?
Oh, wow. You talking about reset. You talking about a reset button. Somebody ain't feeling down to it.
Okay.
Somebody ain't feeling to it. But I love that Ollie Gordon, the second pick, bro. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. And now I'm not sitting here and looking at it, and I don't mean to jump off it, but I'm staying on point. We just sit here and named off 3 of the top fucking running backs that it came off. I can say top 3, but in the top 10.
Yeah, there was a lot of good ones.
It's making it look like this draft year, this draft class is really about the running back.
It is.
And so, because we didn't speak about, I spoke about it last night about my Carolina Panthers picking up Etienne's brother.
Right.
Like, what? So, yeah.
All right, so what you gonna give him?
All right, now I'm gonna give him a B+.
Yeah. We right there together. I'm gonna give him a B+. Kenneth Grant is a real good player. Everybody wanted him. And Ollie Gordon is saving the day to giving them the B+, man. You ask me. Ollie, that's a real good pick for them. And Quinn Ewers is going to be a little backup for them. He's perfect for them. His style. All right, wait, you with me? Minnesota.
Yes, sir.
Donovan Jackson, Ohio State, offensive guard. First round, Ty Felton, Maryland, wide receiver. Tyrone Ingram Dawkins, Georgia, edge rusher. Kobe King, Penn State linebacker. And Gavin Bartholomew out of Pittsburgh, baby, tight end. They snuck in there and got my man. I like Bartholomew. He could block, catch. He's going to be a nice little asset. On the other side, what's their tight end already? Come on, wait. I know you know who it is. What's Minnesota's tight end? Come on now. Huh?
No. Damn it. I'm lost.
Because he got hurt.
Yes.
What's his name? Anyway. Match Bartholomew up with him. Even if he's just backing him up, they got the same style. You know what I mean? So I like that pick for a 6th round pick. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a. They didn't do too much. I gotta give him a C. I'll give him a C+, man. They only had 5 picks. You know what I'm saying? But that low pick I'll give him a C+. What you thinking?
I'm gonna go along with you on that one, man. I gave him C+ too right there.
Yeah, they ain't have too much to deal with, but they scooped what they could have got. First round, they got a guard. Obviously, they needed that. You pick an offensive lineman in the first round, you needed it bad. Ty Felton, they got weapons, but they had another little quick weapon. Their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, now, you're going to have to step up.
He really is, but shit. Look, he already got somebody that he's familiar with, Kenneth Grant, their first pick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that right there make him look good.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to New England, man. I already know New England had a good draft because I was paying attention to New England. All right, they go Will Campbell, one of the best offensive linemen. Some say he was the #1 tackle in the draft. So that's who they drafted at number 4. It's a high pick. Then in round 2, they get Trevion Henderson, one of the best running backs in college football, also coming out of Ohio State. He had 1,000 yards splitting time with another running back that got drafted. All right, but he got drafted first. Actually, Judkins was the starter. But anyway, Kyle Williams, which is, this motherfucker right here, yo.
Yeah.
Somebody go check out Kyle Williams' motherfucking highlight tape. I'm telling you, this dude might be, I'm going to say this boldly. I don't know, maybe he might mess it up. I don't know the kid's personality, none of that. But one day, this dude might be one of the best receivers in the league. I said it. Because when I'm looking at the dude run routes, the way I'm looking at how comfortable he is, the way he catches the ball, the confidence he plays with, if he can catch any of that in the league, and the way this league is built, he's going to be a baller. And I'm going to move on. Jarrett Wilson, Georgia, center. Craig Woodson, California, safety. Joshua Farmer, Florida State, D tackle. Brandon Swinson, LSU, edge rusher. Okay. Andre Borgettis, Miami, place kicker. Marcus Bryant, Missouri, tackle. Julian Ashby, Vanderbilt, long snapper. What? Kobe Miner, Memphis, cornerback. You know they had a lot of picks. They picking long snappers and shit. That's what's up. But New England, I'm going to give them their props. What you think, LAB?
Bruh, I'm giving them right now straight B.
I like a B.
All right, so they give my boy some protection, Drake May, to solidify the ball. They give him a weapon in Kyle Williams. I like that. The one thing that stands out to me is that they traded up to get Jarrett Wilson, center.
Mm-hmm.
Something they really fucking needed for a long time. So I'm giving them a B. New England, that right there is the start for them to really come back and capitalize and get out of that dang on Tom Brady still runs the fucking New England Patriots.
Right. I think they first 4 picks is like home runs, bro. Home runs. They got the best. They got the best lineman in the draft, supposedly. They got a really good running back that everybody's loving. Kyle Williams is a super sleeper nobody thought about. That's why he went in the 3rd round so high. And then you go get an SEC center who been taught well, been played some championship games. Yeah. So I gotta give these boys an A. I'm gonna give them an A minus though. But they had a lot of picks. I'm gonna give them an A minus. I really do like this draft, for real, for real.
Okay.
You can tell there's a new regime in town already. Just that quick.
Okay.
All right, so moving on to New Orleans, Calvin Banks Jr. Now, this is the dude I thought was the best offensive lineman in the draft over the last dude I just talked about. Now, the last dude, what was his name? I forgot his name already. Will Campbell. That's what the media was saying. But to me, when I was watching the tape, I like Calvin Banks Jr. He's just a little nastier than me, and he go hard. I seen so many pancakes, it was crazy. I'm like, damn, bruh. He's fucking motherfuckers up. 6'5", 315, and he was aggressive to me. And tackles usually he play like a guard. And even they said it in his highlight tape, they was like, they've been thinking about moving him down to guard. I can see why. He's a fucking baller. A mauler. Not a baller, a mauler. So many, it was pancake after pancake. I'm like, dog, I'll send it to you one day, and you'll see. And I'll send you both of them. Or we'll watch it on the show one day. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see the difference between Campbell and Calvin Banks Jr. Not that they ain't both good. Not that who's better than who might not even matter. They both might be really good players in the league, probably. But the Saints is banking on that. Moving on, Tyler Shock was picked. And that was the big shock. When he got picked, everybody thought Shador was coming.
Exactly.
Because they said, everybody passed on you the 1st round. Maybe they 2nd round, you know what I mean? It's guaranteed. So the Saints came up. It was like, it's either going to be Saints or Pittsburgh. And they was like, shocked them. Shocked the world. Tyler Shock, you better step up. Because he got to live with that shit. You got picked over Shador. Stress is on you, buddy. Because, New Orleans don't really got no quarterback. You supposed to be starting day 1. If you the 2nd round pick, a high 2nd round pick, and they don't got no quarterback, you should be starting. Derek Carr's hurt, you should be starting.
You want to know something? And go ahead and get these bastard ass fucking Saints from their daggone grade. so I can go ahead and ream the hell out of these motherfuckers.
All right,
You
well,
know I don't like them motherfuckers at all.
okay. But anyway, they got a D tackle Vernon from Texas, Jonas Stanker from Virginia, safety. Stutzman from Oklahoma, linebacker. Riley, Louisville cornerback. Devin Neal, Kansas running back. Everybody was liking him a lot. And UCLA tight end. I can't even say his name. Molika Matova or something like that. But go ahead and give him your nasty ass grade, bro.
Now you gave what you give him?
I'm gonna give him a C.
Alright, bruh, you gave him a good grade. I'm gonna get a motherfucker a C minus.
Okay.
And it's not because I'm they're my rivals to my team. It's because I'm sitting here and I'm reading the dang pre-draft analyst for fucking dang Tyler Shaw. These motherfuckers really shitted on this fucking. They really shitted on Shadur Sanders. How you gonna pick up a fucking quarterback in the second fucking round with the 8th pick who barely even fucking played when he played at Oregon?
True.
And then he can come up with fucking 3 goddamn injury 3 fucking times in the 3 seasons? Or, alright, come on, man. Alright, so now that right there was a fucking throw up fucking draft pick. The motherfuckers deserve it dead. But the Saints is up to something. They up to something. They don't want to get no quarterback this year. They really want to get a quarterback this year. They want to get their boy. They want to get.
Well, you know who the granddaddy played for, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's who they're trying to.
I'm about to say, spit it out. God damn it.
Boy, they want Arch. They want the first fucking pick to get Arch, and they're gonna force him to come into the league right after this season. And dude's gonna be the best fucking quarterback on the fucking board. I'm just gonna put it to you like that. So no, I get a motherfucker a C minus. I really would like to give him a D, but you can't give him a failing goddamn grade.
Yeah, that's
so
hard. Yeah.
Because they know what they're doing. I'm not stupid. Come on, your quarterback right now is hurt. You need it. You gonna come in and get another broke up play? I mean, Louisville. Go to the next team, please. God damn it, I've been sitting there talking all damn day long.
All right, New York Giants, baby. The next team up got maybe found a new Lawrence Taylor and Abdul Carter in the first round. Jackson Dart they trade up for an Ole Miss. Darius Alexander, Toledo D tackle. Cam Scatterboo, didn't see this. Arizona State running back. Marcus Mabo, Purdue guard. Thomas Fedone, Nebraska tight end. Corey Black, Oklahoma State cornerback. Oh, Scatterbo. Up there with Russell Wilson. Running hard with that. And Jackson Dart. This is interesting, huh? Dual Carter, Jackson Dart, Darius Alexander, Cam Scatterboo. First 4 picks. Some big names. They got some big names.
You ready?
It's on you.
All right. I'm gonna take this one real quick. Now, run that back with that Lawrence Taylor shit.
Yep.
Because there is no other player but the player that came from the same alma mater that he came from, Lawrence Taylor. And that's daggone. Where is it? You know what I'm talking about.
Breaking up.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to break up. Now, you compared Abdul Carter to Lawrence Taylor? Oh.
Whoa. No. Stop. Hold on. Let me let you know. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying just their new Lawrence Taylor as far as when he was there, their era won Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? And he rushed the passer, and he was a dominant pass rusher. He don't got to be Lawrence Taylor. He just got to be a dominant pass rusher and lead them to Super Bowls. That's what I mean by their new Lawrence Taylor. No, I never compare players. When I say that, I don't compare the player like his whole.
I understand what you're saying. I got you. I got you, my brother. You ain't got to explain. But I just had to clarify because it's actually Julius Peppers who was the next Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, stop. 2 different positions.
Wait, what?
2 different positions. No, whoa, Lawrence Taylor's a linebacker.
An edge, defensive end, same damn thing.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Julius Pepper played defensive end and linebacker, so don't get the game twisted.
Okay, but he didn't play for the Giants though, right? That's why I'm saying Lawrence Taylor. That's the only reason I got Lawrence Taylor involved. Because I'm talking about the Giants. You going back to college and we in the NFL. We in the NFL.
Right. Go ahead, man.
So we talk about the Giants. We talk about the Giants. That's why
I like that pick. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, look, they got probably one of the best defensive players to come out of the fucking draft, and Abdul Carter.
Okay.
He went third.
Okay.
And with that said in mind, then they come back and trade back into the first round to get Jackson Dart. You know, once again, and then Scottable, like you said this a minute ago. I like what the Giants are doing, but it's gonna have to be a work in progress. So I'm gonna give them a B plus.
Okay, so what's the Tracy boy? The Tracy Jr., right? The running back. Ain't that his name?
No.
The running back for the Giants, number 29, Tracy Jr., right? Make sure I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Tracy Jr., right? Match him up with Scottable. Scottable's the power back. He's the quick, a little electric black like he was last year. Hey, that's a combo, bro. And you got Jackson Dart. Some of them think maybe he's the best quarterback in this whole draft. You know what I mean? You got Abdul Carter. We all know he is the best edge rusher, they say, in this draft. So, you know, this I gotta give him a B. Now I gotta give him an A minus. I like this. And they traded up for Jackson Dart. It still had a lot of picks to go still, and still got people to teach Jackson Dart. They don't gotta force Jackson Dart into the game. They got Russell Wilson to start if they want to, which it seems like they probably will, because they paid him too much money to sit the bench. But maybe we'll see.
You giving some of these dang shitty ass draft picks on teams that some good grades, bro. Go ahead.
What? Hold on.
I'm gonna stick with what I said. I give them a B.
Yeah, a B ain't that far from an A minus. It ain't that far. I'm about to say, what you say, a C or something like that? I mean, I think Scatterboo's a good complementary back to what they got. And that's going to work. He's going to play.
No, I said B plus.
That's what I'm saying. I said A minus. They got the best. They may be the best edge rusher in the draft. And not only about him, it's about who they matching him with. They got y'all boys still, don't they? Burns. Don't they got Burns from North Carolina? I mean, from Carolina Panthers?
I think he may be gone.
Nah, he's still there. He's still there. They got Burns.
Yeah.
And then they got the other boy on the other side that they drafted not too long ago out of Oregon, Tanabu or something like that, number 5. So now they're bringing him into the frame. He's going to be standing up like he did at Penn State. He's going to be doing a lot of the shit that they asked Micah Parsons to do. A lot of the shit they asked LT to do, stand up and rush the passer. I don't know. I like it. I ain't saying they're going to be great, but I like this draft. I think this draft is going to work for them. Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart's going to wind up being their starters, and Cam Scatterboo's going to be there for a while.
I'll feel you.
So,
I'm saying, it's just the reset button. It's a starting progress. They're starting all over again.
Yeah.
They build. I mean, you're not going to find any one of these daggone teams, and all they draft picks, you're not going to find one team that can daggone possibly win a Super Bowl with, well, possibly. Yeah. I'll shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Let's go on.
All right, so let's go on because I already know my grade looking at this one right here. You was talking shit on me because I'm giving everybody good grades. But right here, the Jets. Omar Mabu, Missouri, offensive tackle. He was highly sought out. When I watched the film, I kind of liked him the least. Maybe it's just my style, player, whatever. You know, highlights can hide things, whatever's too. But still, you know, I just liked him the least, so I can't give him the biggest grade for that. And they picked him at 7. It was dudes picked after him that I liked better. But anyway, Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor is what's his name? Is it Justin? What is it? The Taylor, Jason Taylor, right? The defensive end. That's in the Hall of Fame. That's his son,
right.
tight end out of LSU. Play for the Jets now. In the second round pick. A second round pick at tight end. He must have been getting busy.
There's a lot of tight ends going out in this daggone draft. I tell you that.
Yeah, oh yeah, tight end's the new position, dog. They seen what Brown Powers did last year. They seen that shit.
Yeah.
I might be the only one talking about it, but I ain't the only one that's seen it. I promise you that.
You ain't. Mm-mm.
But anyway, Isaiah Thomas out of Florida State. I heard a lot about this cornerback. They said he was pretty good. Arian Smith, Georgia wide receiver. Malachi Moore, Alabama safety. Francisco Maluga, Miami linebacker. And Tyler Barron, Miami edge rusher. So they went heavy Miami. They had a good season down in Miami. They picked some defense out of there. Arian Smith, I was like an Arian Smith wide receiver out of Georgia. So I do like that a little bit. But I wanted to give him I get him. I'm going to still give him I got to give him a D, man. I don't like it. What you think?
What'd you give him?
A D.
A D. Wow, I said no team should really fail. And I don't see them failing because they picked up 2 cats out of the ACC, and Isaiah Thomas and Francisco Magua. And Tyler Barron. Come on, man. They went after defense like it was going out of style, and all they picked up was a tight end and an offensive tackle. Now, speaking of their first pick, oh, my God. All right, did you see the stats? He ran a 4.91 second 40-yard.
Okay.
For a 332-pound individual.
Yeah.
That epic for an offensive lineman to run that fucking fast.
Yeah, and that's what got his position rank up there. That's what got his position rank up there. But like I said that already. But when I watched it on film, I liked it like 3 dudes more than I liked him.
I understand. And with that said in mind, he went 7th. And all the offensive tackles that went in that first round, he went 3rd. So
that's what I'm saying.
I'm giving them a C. Not a C minus, but a C. Because they really actually went out and drafted what they fucking needed.
Okay.
All right. Next. Ooh.
Eagles. All right, man. Phew. I'm going to say this right now. This dude right here could possibly be the still in the draft. Jahad Campbell out of Alabama at middle linebacker in the first round. You don't see this no more. And there's a reason. Because it's a hard position to play right now. Not that these guys ain't good, but man, middle linebacker is so hard. You just talked about tight end, bro. You got to watch tight ends. You got to tackle these running backs that you just said this might be the draft of the running back. So we got more and more running backs coming into the league. Quicker, faster, Sonic, Knuckles. These niggas got nicknames. I got to tackle them motherfuckers. I got to watch these big ass 6'5", 6'6" tight end. Tackles is running 4.9s. I got to get around them motherfuckers. It's the hardest, and they get no props. But Jahad Campbell found his props up into the first round, went to a good team that can really use you. I mean, his talent just stuck out to them. I know what they was thinking when they seen it. And I was telling my cousin, look, bruh, if he's there in the first round, I wouldn't be mad if the Steelers snatched this motherfucker. Because I think the Steelers linebackers used to be soft sometimes and turn a 3-yard gain into an 8-yard gain or a 6-yard gain into a touchdown. Like, damn, just tackle the motherfucker, yo. Because they was playing soft, you know what I'm saying? But this Jahad Campbell, I'm telling you, he's not thinking about being soft, bro. And he's from New Jersey, so he grew up an Eagles fan. I wanted the Steelers to get this dude. But anyway, Jahad Campbell, great pick. To me, they getting an A probably just off of this for real. But anyway, ooh, they got a lot of picks.
Yeah, they do. I'm looking at it.
Andrew Makuba, Texas.
all them bitches was in the later rounds though.
Ty
They picked
Robinson,
up, like,
yeah.
undrafted rookie free agents. They drafted undrafted rookie free agents because they picked up everything in the fifth and the sixth fucking round.
Yeah, that's
in the seventh, sixth. That's it. This is the sixth. They ain't doing it in the seventh.
yeah. See, this is how you find the sleeper in them late rounds. You gotta have a lot of picks. One of them dudes, I promise you, you got 5 through fifth and sixth round. You got 3 fifth rounders and 4 sixth rounders. One of them dudes gonna be a hit.
I'm gonna say it right now. They got they first. I'm looking at it right now. They first 5 picks, and even though
Then they snuck another Georgia motherfucker in there. Go ahead, my bad.
Hey,
My bad. Go
the
ahead.
guy that stands out to me is Andrew who's it? Muka Bua.
The Texas safety. Yeah. Yeah, he's nice.
Yes,
He's nice.
He is nice.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, man, that Harry Ross, man, oh my God, he is
He's a
going to be
beast.
in the Hall of Fame for the best fucking dang on general manager to ever fucking dang on be a general manager in the fucking NFL.
Right.
Oh my God. He put together the dang on championship when we had fucking Nick Foles. And
Right.
where did Nick Foles come from?
Right.
No. That part. I want y'all to know fucking where. However, I like this. I'm gonna have to give you, like you said, you came out and gave him an A, man. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and give them motherfuckers an A.
Yeah, they got an A. A minus.
They
I feel you.
let every fucking thing. They let every damn thing go on their defense and still rebounded.
Yep.
Wait, how do we do that shit?
Yep.
We still got the best defensive player in the motherfucking dang on league anyway, and Carter,
Yeah.
another Georgia boy.
We got about 8 of them.
Now that part. No, we got one of them here in Carolina.
I'm just saying. They got all of them.
No. And then they come out and they get a free agency. They went last year and got free agency. They got Braun. And
Right.
then they went out and drafted fucking Cooper DeJean. Really?
Right.
Come. Go ahead, man.
All right.
Fly, baby. Go ahead. Let's get to your team, boy. It's the moment of the night right here. It's the moment of the night.
Hey, alphabetical order, baby. Alphabetical
Let's
order.
go
I was
Steel
patient. I'm always patient, right?
Let's go, Steel City. Let's go, Steel City.
Nah,
Y'all
but-
talk y'all shit. Call into the show, man. Talk about it. Hype it up, yo.
No
It's y'all
doubt.
stuff right here. Let's get it.
No doubt. Well, look here. I tell you right
Alright.
now, everybody already know what it is. If you don't know what it is, you don't know what you're talking about. All right? The
Okay?
Steelers get an A. No matter if you wanted to go like this, if you didn't, care, or if you did want to go, however you called it, the end result is the Steelers win this draft. Easy. You know what I mean? No matter what happens, when you look at the people they got and the potential of these players and what we needed, they hit a home run. Now, did they get the player you wanted? Maybe not. But the players that they got, they can definitely fucking use. Derek Harmon, we got our shit busted by Baltimore, and they coming to bust it again. So we went heavy D tackle. We got 2 of the better ones, man. The real one is not the real one. I mean, because your boy Derek Harmon might be nice too at first, but when you get a dude late, it just feel better, man. You know what I'm saying? And Yaya Black is a big dude that look like he can hang in there. But we done drafted some dudes like that before. They didn't work out here and there. But hey, we need some young buck help down there. Hopefully these dudes come in with some energy. All right. And then we needed a running back, Caleb Johnson. I thought he looked like the best running back in the draft to me in a way outside of course, Ashton Genty. You can't knock him for what he did, running for all them yards and then proving it against Oregon and in a bowl game against Penn State. But Caleb Johnson was just smooth all year. 1,500 yards, 21 touchdowns. He definitely led everything in touchdowns. The whole college football in touchdowns on the ground. So I like touchdowns. That means you're a goal line back. You got a knack for the end zone. And it means you could break long ones when you get the chance. You break a tackle, you gone. To get that many touchdowns, That's what that means. That's some LaDainian Tomlinson type numbers.
Mm-hmm.
21 touchdowns. I'm with that. Then Jack Sawyer. We all seen how well he played through the college playoffs. He's one of them tweener type players that can stand up, get down, move around, and that's what the Steelers like to do. You know what I mean? So it's a perfect fit. We all know it. He's probably from Ohio. I don't know, but I would just bank on it because that's what they type of ball they play out there. He's definitely from Ohio State, so you know that's pedigree right there.
Y'all do.
Then we went and got his quarterback too.
That's how
Championship
y'all do.
pedigree. What I've been talking about all these teams,
Y'all
man.
Fucking Pittsburgh Steelers draft. Y'all draft always from either from somebody from Pennsylvania or somebody from fucking dang on Ohio.
Yeah, and then we do this a lot. The 7th pick, the last pick down here, Dante Kent out of Central Michigan. That's one of them schools like Big Ben went to in the MAC, and Antonio Brown went to what? Western Michigan, I think Antonio Brown was. It wasn't Central. I think it was Western, the one with the Brown.
Big Ben went to Miami.
I know where Big Ben went to. I'm talking about Antonio Brown.
Right.
Anyway, it was one of them little small little Western Michigan, whatever. And yeah, so we always, that's where what's his name came out of one of those schools too. Played for y'all too. What's his name?
Deontay Johnson?
Yeah, Deontay Johnson. He played at what was it?
He was there. He was only there for like 4 games with us.
Yeah, but he was still nice coming out of one of them small schools. Nobody heard of him. The Steelers picked him, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, where he come from?"
And that motherfucker fell straight off the goddamn map after we let him go.
But one thing before we move on real quick, because I wanna make this and move on. One thing I did notice, the Steelers didn't pick a wide receiver in the lower rounds like they usually do. So they must be happy and complete there and not getting rid of George Pickens. Yeah, George Pickens is here, y'all.
We're going to have another show because...
They got an A, though.
You give them an A? All right, that's what it do.
Go ahead. Why we got to have another show?
Yeah, because of the undrafted rookie free agents.
All right, we'll check into that.
That get picked up, bro. And it'll be a lot of them. But anyway, let's get back to your Steelers. Now, you didn't let me get a chance to speak. I know you spoke, you gave him an A. All right, that's kind of suspect coming from a true fan like you.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all get another Ben Roethlisberger part 2?
Maybe.
Will Howard, 6'4", played for Ohio State, came out of Ohio, 236 pounds, overall grade 70, but he's got a ranking of 105, which, come on now, out of 266 players that get drafted into the NFL, that can fluctuate and go any way. And after all the quarterbacks that got drafted, let's see, Will Howard got drafted after Shedeur Sanders. Like, okay, they don't want a scrambling quarterback because it seems like that doesn't work for y'all. Y'all need some more like a pocket passer.
All right.
And yeah, I like Will Howard. I like that pick. I give him an A+.
Oh shit.
For real.
Yeah.
That's big talk. That's big words right there. That says big words right there. I'm telling you, that's big words.
No doubt. I like it.
Yes, sir.
It's hard not to look at that and not like that. No matter what happens from here, I mean, right now at this point, you're looking at that. That's a good pick. That's some good draft picks right there.
That was a damn good. And then go back. When did y'all pick him up? In the 6th round?
Who you talking about? Oh, Will Howard? Yeah.
Yes. I'm feeling that pick right there more than anything. And this whole entire fucking y'all's whole entire.
I mean, and that was one of the main rumors all year round. I mean, everybody was open. The Steelers don't let shit out they don't want to get out, so they kept it a surprise. I keep telling people the way they treating this Aaron Rodgers thing, that shit is over. You just don't know it. You're not in tune enough to be like, figure out that shit's not about to happen and they just dragging that shit out. They are not about to do that at this point and change everything and change the whole narrative of what everybody on the team's thinking. Everybody on the team, TJ Watt and everybody, all the defenders that came out and said, we're cool with Mason. We cool with Mason running the O, blah, blah. They already made their statement. speaking on
Yeah.
that. So they cool with
Somebody
that.
knows
They
that
know who
man.
Mason Rudolph is. They know who Mason Rudolph is more than most of these people do in the streets. And they know Mason Rudolph is a quarterback that's dedicated to football. I tell you that much. He might not be the greatest talent in the world, but he got an arm. And when he was in college and had receivers and was in the Big 12, he was lighting it up. If we can get any of that, a full season with Mason Rudolph knowing it's his job, coming in fully prepared, because that's the big difference a lot, man. And I hate to go back to Shador, but that's the problem with being a 5th round pick. You don't get that complete opportunity from the door.
Nope.
You got to scrap your way to the top. You're gonna be at practicing with the 3rd, 4th stringers wherever they put you at, and you might not get the time with the better players to even shine to your capability.
And his attitude, if his attitude was like the way it was in the fucking dang interview, then yeah, he won't make a team. He'll get cut from the Browns.
I think he's smarter than that. I
hope he's smarter than that.
He is. That don't mean he still ain't gonna get cut though, because you got to play
Right.
ball too. But still, I think he's smarter than that. I don't think he's a bad guy. It's hard to be a quarterback and be a bad guy, and those many people love you. I know they said or fuck with you. I know they said people didn't show up to his party, but they never said where his party was at or whatever. That's one little whatever. I mean, I never seen him get into it with nobody on the field. First of all, Travis Hunter loves him to death, right?
Right.
I got that on tape right now with Travis Hunter. He was getting interviewed at the draft, and after he got picked, and the 9th pick of the draft came up or whatever like that, and he was looking up to make sure it might have been a next pick for the Giants. He was looking it up to make sure it wasn't Shador Sanders, like, because he wanted to celebrate when he got his phone call.
Right.
So that's the best receiver on the team. That's the best player on the team. You know he got a good football mentality, and he loves him. And he don't love him just because he loved Dion. Like, Dion he had to wow him over. Had to wow his family over to say, yeah, go play for Dion. Go to Jackson State. So how much shit can you even talk on Dion or Shador about their personality? Because it's like, at some point, they must be cool.
Exactly.
Because Shador ain't, he don't give off the vibe that he's even like them. He's just on for the ride. And if it's the right ride, he had the choice. He could have went wherever he wanted to go.
Yeah.
He's just a football nerd. Said, I'm going with them because I love football. He picked them because he loves football. That's all he do. His little light-skinned girlfriend and football.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing wrong with that shit. But yeah, man. I just, it's just wild, man, how they paint that narrative. I guess when you talk a lot. Maybe that's the problem. All right, we're on to Seattle.
Yes, I'm ready.
Gray Zabel, offensive guard, North Dakota State. We was talking about them already in North Dakota. Nick Mwari, man, look, one of the best safety probably in the draft.
Yeah, I agree.
Goes to Seattle. Seattle needs something like this. They need a big time player to make some noise. So I like that pick. Elijah Arroyo, Miami tight end, he was real good. Jalen Milroe, I really didn't understand that pick. I'm gonna give him a minus somewhere just because of that pick. But he is an athlete though. Riley Mills, Notre Dame D tackle. Torrey Horton, he was good at Colorado State. He was burning Travis Hunter actually. Robbie Outs, Alabama tight end. Bryce, I ain't saying your last name. Kansas offensive tackle. Damian Martinez, running back, Miami. He's a good running back. Mason Richmond, Iowa offensive tackle. Ricky White III, UNLV wide receiver. I seen him play 1 or 2 games. His name don't flash, but he probably was good. They had a lot of picks with. A lot of picks. They did good. That Gray Zabel, they was loving Gray Zabel from the door, so they snatched him up. Like I said, I love Emenwari. I was glad he didn't go to Baltimore. They went with Malachi Starks because I was like, ooh, I did not want to see this Nick dude. I did not want to see this Nick dude. He's damn near a linebacker too.
South Carolina is surprisingly has had.
Oh, they be putting them in there.
Boy,
They be putting them in there.
Draft picks.
A lot of positions too.
You know what their problem be for the Gamecocks? It be their quarterback play.
Yep. That's always the difference.
That be their only downfall because they don't because South Carolina's a small little state when it comes down to population.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Rhode Island probably got more people than dang. No, Massachusetts got more people than dang on South Carolina.
Okay.
And with that said in mind, Massachusetts is smaller than South Carolina. So with that said in mind, not a lot of people want to go play for the Gamecocks, except for the daggone people that play there, that have played there. Like, all right, you got Xavier Leggett. They country as fuck.
Right.
Listen to how the way I talk, and then listen to the daggone Xavier Leggett.
Yeah.
And then you gonna be like, well, damn, y'all ain't too much different. I'm just a little bit more northern than he is. I got a little bit more of a northern accent. But he country as fuck. Yeah, man, we gonna do this right here and do that right there. With that said, fine. Whew. To see how the Seahawks had a lot of draft picks, like you said.
Right.
And this is what I feel like we're gonna have another daggone talk show because of the undrafted rookie free agents. Because damn, look at Seattle. They had two seconds, a third, 3/5, 1/6, and 3/7. Now, 5 through fucking daggone 7, they're gonna have to battle for that position.
Right.
Now, I'm feeling you with the Nick Wari. I'm feeling him. And I'm also feeling that Elijah Oraro.
Yeah.
I'm feeling him too.
Hey, you took that right out of my mouth.
Also taking Jalen Milroe.
Yeah. You got to.
Because that right there, that's Nick Saban prodigy right there. That's the last bit of Nick Saban that you're going to ever see come out of Alabama.
Okay.
So, with that said right there in mind, I like those 3 picks right there. Those 2 seconds and that third. Their first pick at tight end, okay, why would you go out and pick a guy at 18 when he was projected to go like 33, maybe in the second round?
Okay.
And as offensive guard, I understand that, but I could y'all should have waited. You had fucking the third. You had. All right, I see. Oh, I would like to give him a B-.
Yeah, like I said though, when you pick a guard, when you pick a lineman that early, the position rank was 1.
Yeah.
So
that right there, that shit gave them the minus side of it.
Kind of a good pick. So they say. Sometimes the North Dakota state schools like that are suspect. Sometimes you find a diamond in the rough though. So we shall see. Seattle, other than that, a lot of picks here. I like Torrey Horton. Jalen Milroe. My question for you, Whit, Jalen Milroe. What do you do? Because Seattle just gave Sam Darnold 3 years, $100 million. Because he played so well in Minnesota. Then you draft Jalen Milroe in the 3rd round. So that's mediocre. I want him to be the backup. Mediocre. I want him to win the job. It's kind of confusing right there. But he's so talented, they had to reach for him right there. But obviously they wanted him on his team. What do you think Seattle's doing with this?
All right, so it's the same situation that happened to my boy that went to the Detroit Lions and Hendon Hooker.
Right.
They drafted him in the 3rd round. After already they didn't gave what's his name?
Jared Goff.
They gave Jared Goff an extension.
Right.
4 years and all this money, right? And then they still turn around and drafted Hendon Hooker. So what's the problem with Hendon Hooker? We already know that, so we ain't going there. So with Jalen Milroe, that's a totally different story because Jalen Milroe, that situation right there with Sam Darnold, they only got him. Is it 1 year?
No, 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Let me find out the facts though. Keep going.
All right, so that's what they do. All right, so they gave him 3 years. All right, so yeah, that's an iffy right there. Seattle is like one of them teams that like to scramble a lot, and Sam Darnold is not one of those scrambling type quarterbacks.
Right.
With that in mind, he is a prolific, great passer. I like that Jalen Milroe for him to sit the bench, learn a little bit, like how the way Andy Dalton came into Carolina and made Bryce Young a better quarterback. So
Right.
that's something right there that's gonna might blow our minds that he could be day one starter. Could keyword could. I don't
J-
think so.
Jalen Milroe.
Yeah, could, but I don't think so.
They paid Sam
Will
Darnold 3 years, $100 million, bro.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
What?
That's nothing.
That's
That's
$33 million
like
a year.
that's almost a. That's almost fucking dang on. Come on now. What's his name? Come on there. That's $100 million ain't nothing.
So you paying somebody $33 million in today's
So
football
what's guaranteed?
to
What's
sit?
guaranteed out of it?
It don't matter.
It does matter because here's the thing: if you get signed for a contract for 3 years, right? That means whatever's guaranteed is in your first fucking year.
So
That
okay,
means
okay. So you about to make my point.
after-
You about to make my
Right.
point. You just said Jalen Milroe could start over him. You talk about right now.
Hold on a second.
You talk about right now?
But yeah, because he's in a rookie contract. If he come out there and explode, they're gonna want to test that shit.
So
And if
what I'm asking you is, if you're the owner and you just paid a dude 3-year contract, $100 million, you want a rookie to come in here and start over him?
if he show out, that's it. If he show out in preseason, which in training camp, which he could possibly do, Now I'm just saying.
I ain't saying he can't, but I'll just be mad. I'll be mad if I'm the owner and I'm paying this dude all this money and you got this dude playing.
He out of bed. Geno Smith, right? He had a banging turnaround career with them, right? And they let him go. All right, but one thing that he did bring to the team was something that they already had, and it worked so great for him, was a damn quarterback with legs. Sam Darnold don't have legs.
I'm not competing Sam Darnold and Jalen Milroe. That's where you're getting it confused. I'm just saying, what strategy is this? I'm saying they lose points in this shit for strategy. Why do you draft Jalen Milroe if you just got a quarterback that you obviously wanted because you paid him a lot of money? Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we creating a controversy unless you got another pan for Jalen Milroe? That's all I was thinking. That's all I'm saying.
That's the reason why they drafted Jalen Milroe. Because guess what? Had they not fucking got Sam Darnold, who would they have got?
Yeah, but still, why waste a pick on a quarterback that ain't going to play? One of these dudes can't. Only one of them can play quarterback.
Jalen Milroe won't get a.
You either go waste a pick, you either wasting a pick or you wasting some money. That's all the fuck I'm saying.
Wasted a pick to me. I don't think they wasted a pick more than Cleveland Browns wasted a pick going out there and getting Dylan Gabriel.
They both can be true. They both can be true. They both can be true.
So
that's a wasted pick. That's just 2 wasted picks. That's all.
I mean, I'm just saying. At least they're looking more off into their future, more than the Cleveland Browns are sitting back looking at who they're gonna trade.
What the? Nah. Anyway, yeah. San Fran, Mikael Williams.
What the? Yeah, go ahead with San Fran.
Yeah. Cause we ain't going. I ain't gonna get into it to you.
Who they gonna fucking trade? Right.
Nah.
They got all them gun quarterbacks.
They just traded for Kenny Pickett. What they need to trade for?
How many quarterbacks do the Cleveland Browns have?
Yeah, but how many can you play? How you gonna trade a dude that nobody's seen play?
Can't play everybody, right? But you already know how to.
Who's gonna trade for Shedeur Sanders if they wouldn't even fucking pick him in the draft?
They know how to way Kenny Pickett plays. They know him. He ain't gonna fucking start. They traded for him just to get rid of, just to get knowledge and build up knowledge on a fucking dang Steelers. You know that, but you know I'm telling the truth. But you ain't gonna say that because that's how the way those organizations work. Go ahead.
What that got to do with a trade? What trader? Who they gonna trade?
Why do you got all those quarterbacks there? Something has to be going on.
They're gonna get cut, motherfucker. Anyway, Mikael Williams out of Georgia goes to San Fran in the first round. Alfred Collins out of Texas, the second round. Third round, Nick Morton, Oklahoma State linebacker. Upton Stout, Western Kentucky quarterback. C.J. West, Indiana, D tackle. Jordan Watkins, Ole Miss wide receiver. Jordan James, Oregon running back. I like him. I'm down with him. Marquise Single, Kansas State safety. Curtis Rook, Indiana quarterback. Connor Colby, guard. And Junior Bergen, Out of Montana, wide receiver, they had a lot of damn picks. Boy, shit.
That's what I'm saying
San Fran.
myself. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and talk to me. What you
Everybody fuck with Michael Williams now. He got a little banged up, so his stats don't show it. But real good pass rusher right there. Then they went defense again. Defense again. So they just selling out on defense. They just figure, look, they lost a lot of people too. They lost what? Greenlaw. They lost the safety dude. So yeah, they needed big help. We know the coach is going to coordinate up some offense. They're going to move the ball. They got Brock Purdy. They got Kittles. They don't even got no money to spend on offense. They got they played, what's the other dude? They didn't pay Debo, but they paid the other wide receiver that was supposed to come to Pittsburgh. But yeah, this is recovering this defense that they trying to fix that defense without no money. This is what this shows me. So to that effort, you get a higher grade than I was going to give them. I give them a big plus for that much. Go ahead.
I like the replacements at defense. They did almost damn near the same damn thing that Philadelphia did at defense. You know, they lost a lot of defensive players. Philadelphia lost a lot of defensive players, but they regained some good, talented players that could be great replacements to continue that success. So with that saying in mind, I'm agree with you. I give him a B plus to myself, my brother.
Yeah.
Now Michael Williams, Carolina should have drafted him. That's what we thought they was going to draft. If it wasn't him, it was the other edge that came out. No, it was the other edge that came out.
Right. All right. On to Tampa Bay. I really like this first pick. It surprised me. That was a surprise pick in the first round. You asked me, Emeka Egbuka. Ohio State wide receiver, everybody's high on him. Benjamin Morrison, I was real high on him at cornerback for Notre Dame. Jacob Parrish, Kansas State cornerback. So they went back-to-back corners. David Walker, Central Arkansas edge rusher. Elijah Roberts, edge rusher. So back-to-back edge rushers after that. And then Taz Johnson, Oregon wide receiver. He's the real small dude. The smallest dude in the draft. And didn't really run that fast. But he's a good player, though. You watch his highlight film. But what this shows me is the last player and the first player was wide receivers. So they solidified Baker Mayfield and keeping him one of the best quarterbacks in the league. That's what they making sure right there. That he got people to throw the ball to. And then they went defense for the rest of the draft. 2 corners and 2 edge rushers. They knew what they wanted. I'm going to give them a B. Matter of fact, yeah. I'll give them a B.
All right. So you give him a B. I'm gonna go off and say now. I remember Emeka when he was a true freshman. Dude is a monster.
Right.
Dude is a monster. And to give him an overall grade, overall pick 40, and then his grade is 87, and then he gets picked at 19 in the first round, I'm gonna go along with you, man. I'm gonna give him a B too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they picked him way too early.
Think they picked him too early?
Way too early.
I don't know. It was getting late in the first round. I think he would have been gone early in the second round. You had to go reach. I mean, when you're a good team, you're allowed to reach for the player you want.
All right, but so here's the thing: they had the 21st pick at in the second round.
Okay.
Right? No, the 21st pick in the second round.
All
They
right.
could have got him there. He would have went there. He would have made it there. He
Yeah.
definitely would have made it there.
He might have.
They stepped up too far to get him. He's
Well,
6
that's
foot
only
one.
how they go too far. And you said he would have dropped 2 spots. What's the difference? Maybe they just wanted to make sure they got him.
That I understand.
It's only 3 spots. No, 2 spots.
I can understand. That's like what Carolina did when we went out there and reached up back into the daggone first round and got Xavier Legette. So,
No doubt.
I can understand.
No doubt. All right, Tennessee up next. Number 1 pick in the draft, of course. Cam Ward out of Miami. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cam Ward for being the first pick in the draft. Another brother, the first pick in the draft to join Cam Newton. Was Michael Vick first in the draft?
No.
I didn't think so. I can't remember though. I could be wrong. But Cam Newton definitely was. So they share names, and they share being the number one pick in the draft, and that's what's up. They both go to teams that's struggling though, very much. And that was my knock on Cam Ward going to the Titans is he ain't got a lot of help. He might struggle as good as he can be. It's tough when you ain't got a good team, but let's see what they helped him with. Dejo, UCLA edge rusher. Kevin Winston, Jr., Penn State safety. Shermer Dyke, Florida wide receiver. Gunnar Helm, Texas tight end. I love my tight ends for my young quarterbacks. Eric Iglick Oyemornar, Stanford. I never knew how to say his name. I didn't know how to say his name when he was killing Travis Hunter at corner. That dude and the other dude I talked about is the reason I think Travis Hunter should play wide receiver because they was eating his ass up. But that's a whole nother show. But Jackson Slater, Sacramento State guard, Marcus Harris, California cornerback, and Khalil Mullings, running back, Michigan. And he was a good running back, Mullings. Boy, they used to give him the pill. Sucker fair for having a high pick in every round. And then having a lot of high picks, too. I mean, after Cam Ward, there ain't really no splash here. I ain't saying these ain't no good players, but I guess they're going to have to prove it to me over just... I mean, I do love the fourth round picks, though. That's what catches me. Gunnar Helm was nice.
Yeah.
And A. Minor was nice. Them two right there might have saved them. And let's see if these dudes can just do what they did. Gunnar, I would have more. Right now, wide receivers is a tough position to play. Gunnar Helm, I'm not saying tight end is easy, but you can slide in there right quick, especially if they ain't got a starter on like that, 6'5", 241. He was fluid to me, man. I really like the Gunner. He carried them for a little while on offense. And like I said, Alec was the guy that torched Travis Hunter, and everybody's raving about that. So let's see. If he can beat Travis Hunter, he can beat somebody else in the league. We know that. So yeah, I got to give him like... I'll go ahead and give him a B- though. I'm being nice because they got Cam Ward. They had the first pick in the draft. We'll see. He is talented though. Cam Ward's talented. What's your view on Cam Ward?
Man, bruh is epic. He played in. Alright, I understand the SEC is like the NFL type fucking college league or division or conference, but the ACC produces some fast motherfucking defenders. Some of the motherfucking most fastest defenders. Some of the people that are just freaks of nature come out of the ACC.
Right.
With them set in mind, Cam Ward definitely should have went number one. Shadur Sanders wasn't even nowhere near close.
Okay.
With what I'm thinking in my mind, looking at what Tennessee has done, now that's another team right there. They have already broke ground on building a new stadium for the future. They're actually building a dome as well.
Okay.
Actually, it's a beautiful fucking stadium too. What they're building, shit look like a damn office building, but damn, that shit hot. However, I like the Cam Ward pick. I like the Alufa Wafana or Doju edge out of UCLA.
Right.
And my pick is Ilik Ayamana, the wide receiver that went in the fourth round.
Uh-huh.
That dude is a motherfucking monster. That's another ACC cat right there.
No, not Stanford. Not Stanford ain't in the ACC, is they? No.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
move on. Move on. Go ahead.
No, they are. They are.
Go ahead.
Stanford. Anyway, so yeah, Elig is a monster, bro. I like that cat right there. So I'm gonna get him for exactly what the hell I said. What you said. You said B. You said a B minus. I'm gonna give him a B. I'm gonna give him an A.
Ooh.
A minus.
Okay, no doubt.
Minus.
Yeah, I gave him a B minus. All right.
I give him.
Last but not least, maybe the least.
Ooh.
Watch the goddamn Deadskins, right? Not the Deadskins. Not the Redskins either. You can't call them that either. Damn, man. Anyway, they still the Redskins to me, man. The Commanders, they never changed their color, but their uniforms got better, though, didn't it? That's the only thing that got better about that.
That they did.
I wouldn't want to be called the Commanders, but those uniforms are slick.
Yeah, they are. I like the black ones.
And that logo's tight, too.
Ooh, and they got it looking like the military. You know, us military boys.
Yeah.
That. We like that military shit.
Yeah, that shit hot. They got some colors on it. So they look good. We just, we like the Redskins better. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, that part.
They could have changed all of that and still called them the Redskins, and that shit would have been dope. But anyway.
Right. Speaking of something like, hold up. Speaking of something like really historically, I mean, looking at that Washington Redskin logo,
Oh,
I always thought that was the only black logo.
Tell him, Whit. Fucking
the
tell him, Whit.
Fucking logo.
Tell him, Whit.
Because
that's facts, dog. Because that's facts.
Think of.
Tell him, Whit. Because that's facts. A lot of people don't know that.
My heart so bad.
A lot of people don't know that.
That hurts my heart so bad. They took away our only fucking logo.
Yes. And nobody asked for that shit. They act like they did. You see how they played that on the news? They say, "Oh, Native Americans say that's
Why would blame on Native Americans? Native Americans.
Yeah.
Fucking black man.
Hey, that too. Whoa, yeah. Well, they already lied to us about that because it's a lie on top of a lie. But that's who they blamed it on because there ain't no Native Americans out there even speak up on the shit.
Right.
It's us, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That was us.
Yeah, that's us. But us don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Enough of us don't know it at least. But still, the fact is, they played us in their face. They told us some Indians somewhere said they don't like it. Where they at? Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that?
Some other white people. Some white people told us that. And they took that logo away. And they had people saying, yeah, they should do it. That's the messed up part about it.
Black quarterback to win a fucking Super Bowl.
No doubt.
No
doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It came down to the perfect moment.
But anyway.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into this draft, man. That's facts, though. That's facts, Whit.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't know that. All right, Josh Connerly Jr. was their first pick at Oregon, offensive tackle. Trey Amos out of Ole Miss, cornerback. They was highly sought on him. Jalen Lane, Virginia Tech wide receiver. I ain't down with him. He sound like he tall or something. Oh, nope. 5'10", 191. I ain't down with him. Kane Moderno, UCLA linebacker. And Jackery Krosky Merritt, Arizona running back. All right. Well, that was pretty lackluster for the last team we got.
Right. All right. So Jackery Krosky Merritt, Kalen Mendrado, and then Jalen Lane and Trey Amos. These motherfuckers ain't have no damn really a bit of a good ass draft at all. But and that right there is probably the reasons why they went so late, because they went so far into the playoffs, which they had a good season. It's like, okay, damn. They already got a lot of players that came from Carolina. They got Jeremy Chan. They got what's his name, Frankie Louvu.
Yeah. Bobby Wagner from Seattle.
Yeah, Bobby Wagner from Seattle. The team is a little old, so they really didn't. They drafted basically what they fucking needed. Looking
right.
From what they see right here. However, they did miss an edge and did miss a safety. But once again, we're gonna have to have this damn undrafted rookie free agents fucking daggone talk. I swear to God, because there'll be so many damn undrafted rookie free agents that should have got drafted, but it's going to go to some team that, like, oh, we're gonna pick it up and see how the way he is.
Right.
Suspect.
Yeah, that's definitely happening.
And imagine this right here. had Cleveland not traded back up, I'm gonna go ahead and give them the Commanders. All hell to the Chiefs. I'm gonna give them a fucking C plus because
Okay.
they didn't have a lot of draft picks. They picked what they really needed, and yo, they might surprise us. They could surprise us.
Yeah, well,
Give them C plus.
you took the words out of my mouth when you said you drafted what they needed. First of all, they protect the brand when it comes to your rookie or no
Mm-hmm.
longer a rookie, but your elite quarterback already after his rookie year. You protect him with a tackle. Then you go get a corner because them dudes was getting burnt up. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, against the Eagles. So, they go get that. And, that's the first two picks. Everybody else was kind of fillers. You didn't have another pick to the fourth round, sixth round. So, you can't give them a high grade. But, I mean, they protected the brand and they try to get a little defense here. It's a C plus, though.
Yeah. I feel. I agree with you.
But the C plus plus, though, because they protected the brand, man. They went and got an offensive
Yes,
tackle
sir.
who they thought was the best offensive tackle they could get at that point in the draft.
That part way down low like that, they fucked
You
themselves
said it.
by
Well,
winning some shit.
yeah, that's what winners do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. And you know what? You never know. They probably could have found a still that offensive tackle, and they can come in and complete what they already got.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's
that
what I'm
can make
saying.
them better.
They don't
That can
need
make them
much.
better than the other one.
They don't
Right.
need much.
Right.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, man, like you said, we definitely going to have to do another show when it come down to all these other dudes that get picked. I mean, Shallow Sanders went to Tampa Bay.
Mmm.
That's one notable undrafted free agent that I know off the top of my brain right now. I'm sure there's some more. I'll look that up and we'll do a little something on that. You know what I'm saying? And combine that with some NBA talk or something like that. We got a lot of that coming up. Because football's about to slow down big time. All the rumors going to go away. Aaron Rodgers' story might be the only story left behind after the draft. We shall see.
Yes, sir.
We shall see. We know they're going to
Yes,
keep talking
sir.
Shador. They're going to keep talking Dion. That's the news that's just going to come out, And Shannon Sharp. Matter of fact, let's end this with this, man. Give me 5 minutes, man. We've been on for an hour and 52 minutes. Fuck it. We might as well get it to 2 hours at this point. But even if we catch a little less than that. Shannon Sharp, man. Let me get your take on it, bro.
Go ahead and talk to me. Tell me, explain to me, because I really need to hear the whole full story.
Oh, okay. You out the loop with the Shannon Sharp story?
Yeah, man.
All
Some
right,
shit,
so
I heard some shit, but I really need to get the complete story because I'm lost. Go ahead, talk to me.
all right, so let me break it down.
You said 5 minutes to talk to me.
Yeah, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, allegations come out. Sunday night, Monday morning, people's finding out that Shannon Sharp got sexual assault allegations on him. Right? So, that's how the stories come out. Shannon Sharp gets sued for sexual assault. Like, for $50 million. That's how they presented it. The first time you seen it. $50 million. She's a lawsuit for $50 million on Shannon Sharp for sexual assault. Then she broke down the story. First story I heard, she was 22. Then the next story, she was 20 when they met. Then the next story, she was 19 when they met. So I thought that was suspect, right? Then, they said that basically they met in some gym or whatever like that, and he been messing with her for 2-3 years or whatever, and he been talking crazy to her, raping her. She hit him with the anal rape, you know what I'm saying, and made him do oral sex, made her do oral sex on him, you know what I mean? And come to find out, his lawyer is the same lawyer that tried to sue Jay-Z, right? So, yeah, Jay-Z got out of the jam or whatever like that by, claiming that it wasn't true. So he's calling this dude like an ambulance chaser almost. Like, nah, dude, you just be looking for women that be messing with dudes and telling them like, hey, we can come up off of this dude. So That's the real story. She got all type, but you know, after that, all that types of thing come out on the phone that he did this, and he's talking to her crazy on the phone. You ain't heard the sound bites or nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, dog. Well, yeah, you out the loop, man. Never mind. You the wrong person to ask.
I'm gonna continue because I can tell you right.
But go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Whatever you telling me, for all that you telling me. All right. So I ain't trying to go off script, but I know a cat that looked like Shannon Sharp.
Right.
And I said, look. And I mean,
I should have knew where you was gonna go. I should have knew where you was gonna go. Go ahead.
He's shorter, but motherfucking God, Aaron's motherfucking like a goddamn gorilla. He was naturally built like that. He fucking 54 years old. He's up there in that age along with Shannon Sharp. So with that shit in mind, so of course he gonna fuck the hell out of that little bitch, and she gonna take it, and she gonna love it, and feel some type of way because I don't want to have nothing to do with your ass. I'm usually young enough to be my goddamn granddaughter. Okay. So no, that's disturbing. Leave that shit the fuck alone. Leave that shit to take. Don't. That's what it is. That's what Cat Williams said. It's a story. It's a story.
Oh shit.
That's all that shit is. She can get she might get like what 2.5 mil out of this shit. Shut the fuck up type shit. You got fucked, but all right.
It's too late. It's too late to shut the fuck up, though.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Man, you ain't heard what we heard.
I've heard a lot. I did see some daggone what's those damn little shorts on fucking dang on YouTube. I saw some shorts on YouTube.
Okay. All right.
Where they talked about Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Told
was warning him
about that shit.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people did.
Not only him, fucking dang on old girl, what's her name? She warned him about that shit. Like, bruh, I mean, come on now.
Big girl.
Yes, big girl. I can't think.
Comedian chick. Yeah.
When the Queen Tommy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes.
She definitely.
warned him about it.
Okay, so you seen that shit, right?
Right. So, yeah, you fucked the hell out of that damn girl.
Yeah, well, we know that.
And she know that, and that's what she's saying. That's what she's telling us. Like, yo, you can't just fuck me and leave me. I want that dick every day. And you ain't trying to give it to me? You trying to walk away from me and run away from me? Nah, motherfucker, I'm about to sue your ass for that dick.
Yeah, and you been choking me and shit. You been choking me and all this shit.
Hey! I'm sucking on that big motherfucker. Oh my God.
What?
And it's so pretty. Come on, she ain't gonna say that shit. She's smart. She know. A lot of bitches, the chick that went out there and got Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant had admit, yeah, I fucked the hell out of that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. And my wife's still okay with it.
All right. I just wanted your opinion, man. Hey, appreciate it, Whit. Hey, appreciate y'all tapping in, everybody, in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. You already know what it is, baby. It's the underground. Once again, appreciate it. Straight out of North Carolina. My man LAB. That's what's up, baby. We out.
Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. Hey, that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground. It's the underground. Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. Hey, that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks. First down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the balls, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the gang locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done.